What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant and you're watching Suburban Nerd. This is the channel where I give my nerd reviews on today's nerd news, but also give reviews on TV shows. And today's TV show we're giving a review on is Attack on Titan. Wait, no, remember the Titan? No. Oh, it's just Titans. Titans Episode 3, titled Origins. And if you guys didn't watch the last one, just give a quick recap. Robin takes Raven over to Hawk and Dove. There's a little bit of conflict because apparently Robin smashed Dove and Hawk ain't too happy about it. They go on a job to go take down these crime people, but apparently they're not equipped to take them out because Hawk's still injured. Robin shows up, straight up like horror films everybody. You just hear screams and him stabbing dudes and dicks and ripping eyes, and it was just a bad scene, really bad scene. And he showed his dark side to Hawk and Dove, and they were like, "Yo, what happened to you?" But at the end, it kind of ends on a bad note because right before he left to save them, he left a note with money and with Hawk and Dove because he was gonna kind of leave Raven off because he feels he's too dark to take care of Raven, and she finds that envelope with money. They have this little scene on the top. Then the creepy family shows up with superpowers and a super strength, whips their ass, throws Dove right off the roof. She falls. I thought she was gonna land on another roof, but apparently she falls all the way down on like stories, hits the ground, and somehow still alive. And and Robin is knocked off the roof, but he grabs on, and then they get away with the family. This episode starts off and it shows what happened. Recap, and then you see what happened. They go and grab Raven, take her, and in the cut you see Starfire in the car watching them take her, and you're like, okay, so how'd she get, like, first of all, I'm trying to figure out how long is this time frame, because she was like in like Russia or something, right? Like Starfire was in Russia, and somehow I guess she caught a plane right there and somehow knew to find them at the hotel. Like, I don't understand how she found them. That's just bottom line. How she found Raven where Hawk and Dove was living makes no sense, because Robin brought him there, and he's the only one that knows them. She don't know them, but somehow with all the research, she was able. Like, I can understand you finding the what's called the church, but to know where she is at that moment just kind of threw me off a little. But anyways, so she follows them, and they go stop off because they're creepy in the car or whatever, playing some bingo game, and they want to go take a piss, and the father is like, "Oh, who wants to go before we get on the highway?" I'm like, "Me." So then they go in the store with the mom. He's watching out. Raven's trying to get out the bathroom. Then all of a sudden Starfire shows up. He's like, "What's going on?" Boom. I thought she was gonna knock the dude out, but once he went through the building, I'm like, okay, so he's still just maybe knocked out because he's super strong. Nah, she burnt that nigga to the crisp, like extra crispy Popeyes chicken crispy, like none of that other bullshit, because I thought he was going to be alive, but he was just like, and I was like, okay, he's dead. He's definitely dead. She takes Raven, and then they go on. She's trying to ask Raven, does she know her? Raven's like, I don't know you, bitch. But, sorry for the language, but, like, that's really what it is. Like, so I don't know you, she don't know me. They end up going to a church, because apparently that, like, there's a picture of them. Raven as a baby, and the people come out, and they're like, oh, man, that ain't good. They go up to I guess where the guy that sent them out or activated them, and they were about to get killed because they get butterscotch at first, and then they go in, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then the daughter's like, "Oh, I would like to see this future you're talking of." Like, she was bullshitting her way out of this just so because the dude was saying you're about to die, and any last words, and then she was like, "I would like to see the world you want to live in, where Raven's destroyed or whatever the hell this thing is," and so he goes, "Okay, I'll give you another chance." And apparently they have another father set up for them because that's the only way these people can move incognito. Like a mom with 2 kids, it's just gonna fly. So so they live. They're going on. Raven goes with Starfire. They go to the church. Church says, oh, they know them. They're acting all nice. And I'm like, whenever they're acting nice like that, there's always something. There's always something. You know what I'm saying? I knew there was something off. So then you got Raven that goes off on her own to an arcade, and that's where she meets Beast Boy, and Beast Boy and her kind of click and hit it off. So, like, in the cartoon they do, but in this they're teenager, and it seems more natural. Actually, it does seem natural as far as, like, because they're both weird. He has green hair, she has blue or purple hair, whatever, and they're kind of hitting it off, and she's just playing a pinball game. And then Robin somehow tracks him down because he's got, the Robin tech and the satellite Bruce Wayne tech aware. And he goes and catches up to her and like, yo, we gotta go. And she's like, yo, you're not a cop, right? I'm like, yeah. So they go, and they start arguing. Raven screams, shows her powers, breaks all the glass. They hop in the car, they go, they drop her off. Raven's in the church trying to talk to the nun. Nun slips her Mickey and brings her down to the what's it called, to the cellar, locks her up because I guess they know of the power and they know they need to just contain her, but you know, she needs to control it, learn to control it, not contain her, because that power is too strong now. And meanwhile, you got Starfire stealing Robin's car, which I'm like, you know, he's got to have a tracking device, right? So then she goes to a old, I guess, storage unit, and she's searching, and apparently she's been searching for Raven for years. Robin goes and finds her. She's like, yo, how'd you find me? He's like, there's an app for that. I'm like, okay, yeah, made sense. That's what I was thinking. And they're talking like, yo, you've been stalking this chick for way too long. What's your deal? She don't even know her deal. All of a sudden, Raven's going crazy in the room, claustrophobic, breaking mirrors, explodes. Next thing you know, you see like a hole just blown out on the side of the building, and they see the smoke. They go over there, Raven's out, and that's kind of where it ends the story. Next episode, you're going to see that Raven somehow is like captured in a way, and she's like at least opening portals and all types of craziness, and they're right along, and I can't wait to see it. This episode didn't have as much action as the last one, like it wasn't gritty, like you know, fight scene or whatever, but it definitely was entertaining, and like finding a little bit more about Starfire, because Starfire also, when she was with Raven, they went to a diner, had this kick-ass moment where she just whips every dude's ass, and then she gets some chicken and waffles to go. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, you a bad bitch. Pretty much that's what Raven said, and then badass. And she's like, yeah, I know. And that's pretty much how that, well, that was earlier, but I'm just saying, that's pretty much the rundown of what this happened in the episode. And I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review, because, you know, I'm going to keep watching the show. It's entertaining. It's not... I was thinking it was going to be bad, because when they said dark and gritty, I was thinking DCFU, and then that's what they call it, the DC film universe. Like, that's what it is. But, yeah. But it isn't. It's slightly different, but I like it. And a lot of people talk controversy about how Starfire looks, and the more you watch it, the more you don't really mind. The personality, the attitude, I like it. Granted, if they had gotten a lighter lady, it would have seemed more natural with that red hair or something like that. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the truth. That might be why there's so much controversy, because she's just too dark. And I know that's sad to say as another black person to a black person, but I mean, it's just you're deviating so much from the source material, and she don't have to be orange. But look at Gamora, like Zoe Saldana, like she got painted like kind of green, and that's what Gamora is. So if she got kind of painted light orange, I think it would have just been a little bit better, as opposed to just, you know, letting her skin like that, or just tanned. And light skin usually equals to like tan, so that might have been a little bit more easier for people to digest. But as of right now, there's a lot of controversy. I still like the show. I don't mind her. So if you guys feel the same way as I do, just comment down below. Just let me know, because I don't think she's taken too much from the show, if even. So remember, like, notify, put those notifications on, comment down below on anything. If you like this review and like me to keep reviewing these things, let me know. And remember to subscribe, check out my last review, and check out my playlist of reviews. Remember, I'm Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next review.